Question number 7, paper 1, period 1, June 2010. Given that n is an integer and n is greater than 1. So, n is an integer and it is greater than 1. Decide whether each statement in the table is true or false. For each statement, write true or false in this table. If you write false, give an example to justify your decision. So, when the statement is false, we must have to provide an example. Give an example. So, statement says n cube is greater than 1. So, suppose if n is an integer and n is greater than 1. So, if I write n is 2, so it must be 2 cube greater than 1. So, 8 must be greater than 1. So, whatever the value we write for the n which is greater than 1, and when we take the cube of it, it must be greater than 1. So, it is true. This condition is always true. And the second one is 1 upon n greater than 1 upon n square. Whenever we take the square of n number, it becomes less. Suppose 1 upon 2 and it is 1 upon 2 square. So, it is 1 upon 2 when n is equal to 2 and it is 1 upon 4. So, 1 upon 4 is less. Suppose we take 1 upon 3 and it is 1 upon 9 become, because when n is equal to 3. So, 1 upon 9 is less than 1 upon 3. So, power increase in the denominator, the value decrease. So, it is true. It is also true. And if n is n minus 1 multiplied by n plus 3 is always odd. So, when we take n is equal to, suppose if I take n is equal to 3. So, it must be 3 minus 2 and 3 plus 3. So, it become 3 minus 1. So, it is 2 and it becomes 6 and it is 12. So, it is an even number. So, it is not the case. So, we can write false, and the example may be n is equal to 3, it become 3 minus 1 and 3 plus 3. So, it become 2 multiplied by 6, it is 12. It is not, 12 is not an odd number, it is an even number. So, this statement is false. Quite easy question. Still there is any problem, you may write in comment, I will reply you inshallah.